Alright guys, so welcome back to another video, and in today's video I'm going to be reviewing the new Wooting 80HE that was kindly sent to me by Wooting themselves, so thank you Wooting once again for sending me this keyboard to give a review on. I'm going to be giving my honest review on this keyboard, and I'm also going to be directly comparing it to the keyboard that I've been using for about the past 6 months now, which is the Drunk Deer A75 Pro. So hopefully this video can give you some info on whether or not you should buy one of these keyboards or not, and if this video was helpful, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. That being said, let's get into the video. Also, side note, a good bit of this footage is from my stream, and my stream quality isn't usually the best, so I'm sorry for the downgrade in quality for this video, but please bear with me. So I hope it doesn't bother you too much. Side note done. Let's get to the video. But yeah, so here's the box, Wooting 80HE. It finally got to me after only one delivery issue, but we don't talk about that. So here's the keyboard itself. It's plastic, obviously. Aside from that, looks cool. I'm not expecting too much from this keyboard. I'm gonna be directly comparing it to the Drunk Deer A75 Pro that I have here. Okay, there's no built-in kickstands on the keyboard. As you can see, there's no built-in kickstands, but you can take these like plastic things off, and they include like plastic stands that you can just put on, and there's like different degrees to them, which is actually kind of cool. That's actually pretty sick. I kind of like that. It probably would have been nice to just, you know, have them built in, but this is also pretty cool. But yeah, the keyboard itself looks cool. Nothing too crazy. It feels nice. I will say, compared to my keyboard, it does feel, obviously it feels different, but it does feel like smoother in a way. Maybe that's just the switch itself. It stands up taller than the Drunk Deer. That's actually pretty nice, not gonna lie. And hopefully this makes me MREC, because that's what peripherals do. They make you into the top player of whatever game you're interested in. So that means I'm gonna turn into MREC, right guys? All right. It's plugged in. The case is shine through, which is pretty cool. I'm pretty sure there's a non-shine through option, but I'm pretty sure I asked for the shine through. Ooh, there's the rapid trigger in action. Ooh, that does feel kind of nice, I'm not gonna lie. Like, even without rapid trigger, it's still pretty good. It feels pretty good. It feels like a lot smoother than the Drunk Deer. Probably just a switch difference, but I don't know, the switches are definitely better on this, I feel like. Alright, for the rest of this video, I'm going to be doing a voiceover, because there was a few things that I didn't mention during this stream that I would like to mention throughout the rest of the video, or things that I just didn't give enough explanation on. Now, like I said, I'm comparing this keyboard to the A75 Pro from Drunk Deer, and the first thing I would like to compare is the price difference between the two. Now, the new Wooting 80HE is $200 USD before delivery and tax, and compared to the Drunk Deer A75 Pro is $140 USD before tax and delivery, but there is a considerable price difference. Now, after taxes and shipping, the Wooting 80HE comes out to $217, and the Drunk Deer A75 Pro comes out to about $152, which makes a difference of about $65 between the two keyboards. Now, is that $65, almost $70 difference worth the price? Well, yes and no. It pretty much just comes down to what your preferences are in the keyboards. Now, both of these keyboards are plastic keyboards. Now, the Wooting 80HE is fully plastic, while the A75 Pro is mostly plastic, but it does have a heavy piece of aluminum in the back to add weight to the keyboard to make it feel more premium. Now, there is an option for the Wooting to have a full zinc alloy build, but that bumps up the price to about almost $300 before taxes and shipping, so not really recommended, unless you have the money, of course. But both base builds are pretty much plastic. Now, it's not cheap plastic, but it's also not the highest quality plastic. It's kind of the middle of the ground plastic. Now, in my opinion, the A75 Pro does have slightly better build quality and slightly better keyboard features, such as having a knob, which a lot of people like keyboard knobs. And the big piece of aluminum in the back does help make the keyboard feel a bit more premium, like I said. And the plastic is slightly higher quality if I had to compare the two. So in the build quality comparison, the A75 Pro is just slightly better, especially for the price difference. But now what Wooting does 100 times better is obviously everything else. From the switches to the software to the rapid trigger functionality, they just do it 100 times better than Drunk Deer. I mean, Wooting is the inventor of rapid triggers, so they're obviously the best at what they do. So when it comes down to it, if you want the absolute best rapid trigger functionality, then Wooting is the obvious choice. And if I had to choose between the switches, I prefer the Wooting switches. They feel smoother and they just feel better overall. And the main differences between the Wooting 80HE and some of the other keyboards from Wooting, especially from the Wooting 60HE, aside from the different layout, one of the key features that they added is 8K Hertz polling rate, which lowers your keyboard latency to just 0.125 milliseconds, which is really good, especially if you're a more competitive gamer that needs that low latency, especially for FPS games. And like I said, the functionality of it all just helps me play better when it comes to OWU, at least in my experience, because after I used the keyboard just for a day, I could feel myself playing a bit better than I was with my Drunk Deer. Now, it could just be a placebo effect to a new keyboard, but these scores help me think otherwise. I set 3 choke scores that I normally wouldn't have been able to do, and the scores that I got were actually pretty nice. I got 3 hard rock chokes on different maps that probably would have all been in my top 5 if I had actually FC'd them. One of them would have been my first 500, which is quite insane, to be honest. Like I said, the keyboard itself just felt better, and in return, it helped me play a little bit better. But now comes the question, should you buy the new Wooting 80HE, or even the Drunk Deer A75 Pro? And now the answer is maybe, because depending on what your needs are as a player, it could be different for everybody. Now, like I said, the Drunk Deer has slightly better build quality, and the rapid trigger functionality is still good, but it's not as good as Wooting's. Everything about the Drunk Deer is relatively good for the price, especially if you're not on a huge budget and you would like a keyboard with rapid trigger functionality. Now, if you have the money and you would like better functionality overall and you don't really care too much about the build quality, then I would 100% recommend the Wooting 80HE. Like I said, it feels amazing to play with for OWU. The rapid trigger functionality is 100 times better because Wooting invented it. The switches feel better, the keyboard software is better, and the 8K Hertz polling rate is a very nice feature, especially if you're not just an OWU player but a competitive gamer overall. But also, I would like to mention, if you're buying one of these solely for OWU, then you're just better off buying the Wooting keypad that was specifically made for OWU players. I mean, it pretty much has everything that you're looking for in just a keypad format. And if you're not a competitive gamer that needs rapid trigger in a full keyboard for that competitive edge, then the Wooting keypad is probably your best bet. And with the price being well under $100, it's better for budget as well. But if you do want a keyboard with rapid trigger, like I said, it comes down to your preferences. So figure out what your preferences are and make your decision with that. But if there are any other questions that need to be answered, I would be happy to answer them in the comments below if I am able to and I didn't mention them in this video. So thank you so much for watching this video, and thank you once again Wooting for sending the Wooting 80HE to me to make a video on. I really do appreciate it, and I hope we can make more videos in the future. So with all that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe because we are nearing 2K subs and nearing my goal of 5K subs by mid next year. So any and all support is much appreciated. So thank you guys so much. And with all that being said, thank you for watching once again. I hope this video was helpful, and I will see you guys in the next video. So have a good rest of your nights or days, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.